What is going on, y'all? I want to say thank y'all so much for all the birthday wishes. Now, I've been trying to respond to every single comment that has wished me a happy birthday and all of your kind words, y'all. Y'all was literally making me cry yesterday, and I just want to say I love y'all. If I have not responded to your happy birthday, trust and believe after this reading, I am going to go through each and every one of my comments again and make sure I acknowledge your wishes for me on my birthday. Also, happy birthday to all the other Scorpios that is out there that is having a birthday or had a birthday this month. So happy birthday. So let's tap in. Okay, let's see what you guys have been doing. Okay, a lot of you guys could have been seeing a Highland cow. All right, specifically a Highland cow. All right, you could have seen it physically with your eyes. You could have seen it on a magazine. You could have seen it on the phone or like through an image or something. All right, also urine. You know, I don't know about y'all, but I practice root work. So like urine is the most effective ammonia. All right, ammonia. A lot of you guys need to work with ammonia. Do ammonia cleanse or clean your house with ammonia. I'm also getting spirituality is not always aesthetically beautiful. You know how when people think spiritual baths look so pretty and stuff? A real spiritual bath, y'all, and I'm gonna be 100 with y'all, it don't look pretty. It look dirty. It look like dirty water because of all the herbs and stuff. It look like murky water because some of us take the leaves and be like really grinding out the ashe of the leaves. So it's something about stop worrying about the smell or stop worrying about the aesthetic when it comes to spirituality, because clean. When you washing your house with ammonia and bleach and stuff, it might not smell like roses because it's so strong. And then sometimes, for me, I don't know why. Let me know if y'all feel the same in the comments. But sometimes bleach be smelling like feet to me, like stinky feet. So Spirit is saying, don't, like, the things that you are being called to do, coming from somebody that do a lot of stuff that is effective. Urine is something about your urine, specifically your first urine, before you eat anything and stuff like that. There's something about a cleanse or a cleanse you've been looking into. If you want a cleanse that is effective, all right. Now this cleanse ain't going to take away, all right, stuff that karma is trying to settle out. All right, but as far as like if you are in the energy of flow, if you are experiencing, doors opening, all right, every time you get a blessing, it's time to heighten your sense of protection, basically, is this energy, all right? And ways to do it is with natural things. Like, you don't got to buy all these, like, bleach is no more than $2 or $3. Like, ammonia, y'all know me, I love the dollar store. I don't care, okay? So when you take your baths, don't worry about if it's looking pretty, because when you come out, you're going to be pretty, all right? Inside and out, you're going to be cleansed. So let's tap in and see oh my gosh, happy new moon in freaking Scorpio. Happy new moon in Scorpio. Remember, it's in the third decan of Venus, all right? So let's tap in. Archangel Michael and the leg ball. Oh my gosh. Birth. Things are in a process right now with this birthing card. All right, I put it up on my shorts the other day when I was like, everybody cannot witness a birth, even certain loved ones. If it's the mother and the father, all right, meaning this might be a spiritual birth. I know a lot of you guys are conceiving. Congratulations, y'all. All right, but everybody could not witness this, all right, this birth, all right. And also, a lot of people think they go through one rebirth. That's not true, all right. We go through multiple dark nights of the souls. Every time we complete a cycle and we reach the world card on a level, we start back at the full, but on a higher level of consciousness. You hear me? So there's multiple births that take place. All right, there's multiple ways to be born also. Okay, so right now things are in the process of birthing, of coming into this world. All right, a lot of the business ventures that you've been working on, all right, is now ready to push hard right now because it's entering in a world. All right, a lot of the relationships that you chose to evolve with, it's time to push as hard as you can. All right, a lot of the paths and the commitments and the glow ups and the locking in, it's time to push even harder. All right, that's why the attacks or the tiredness is coming about, because you right there. All right, you right there. It's growing pains you feeling, baby. Okay, so there's many ways this is happening for you. All right, you feeling like you birthing one thing over here. You feeling like you birthing one thing over here. You feeling like you birthing one thing over here. You manifesting one thing over here. And you might feel like you don't have the support that you're looking for. All right, Spirit saying not everybody's supposed to be in this time with you right now. This is a very, very intimate time for you when it comes to your success, when it comes to your evolution, y'all. So birth don't just emerge through the womb. Sometimes we go through a rebirth when it comes to a rites of initiation, dedicating ourselves to something and coming to a completion. That's all kinds of birth. All right. So whether this is a physical or spiritual birth, the time spent and the gestation period, all right, the time spent and the not seeing it in a physical spirit, not seeing the fruits of it, all right, you will see it right now. Like your shell is broken, like you've hatched. All right. And remember what I said, like a snake. You spent the first 10 months of this year shedding. All right. So like an egg crack, it's like, it's a chick, right? It's very vulnerable. All right. Right now. All right. This newer version of you. Okay. So birth. Dream. You might be dreaming about fish. Okay? Spirit, give me more on this energy. Oh my gosh, bless. All right. So it's looking like you done mastered how to work with elemental forces to bring in your blessings, to see them as blessings. That's water, that's air, that's fire, and that's earth. This blessing, this birth is a blessing. You're birthing a blessing. You are birthing a blessing right now. You are birthing a blessing. This is a blessing coming out of you. Okay? It's being offered to you. So y'all are birthing a blessing right now. All right, be careful about shape-shifting energy. All right, it's looking like you got a lot of protection on you. Hold on, let me let my doors on. For this new moon in Scorpio today, all right, there's a blessing that made it through. All right, that pierced the energy field of this earth. You know, I've been talking about 3-eye atlas and these asteroids and stuff. A lot of people don't believe it, but there's something that has came through. It made it through the magnetic field All right? It made it through. I'm also hearing sinners. All right? Y'all may have watched the movie Sinners, or y'all might want to go watch the movie Sinners. Okay? There's something about you didn't answer for sin. You didn't pick up for sin. As you was birthed in whatever it is, all right? You've been tested on a spiritual level. All right? You've been tested in your mind. You've been tested in your actions, and you've been tested here on earth. All right? So for this new moon in Scorpio, this is like a blessing, a big one. All right? A big one that has came through. It has manifested. And this is what birth is all. The new moon is birthing. That's why it's so important when there's a full moon to release, so you can be prepared for the blessings. So right now, congratulations. There is a huge blessing on a financial level, on a very passionate level. All right. It's everything aligned. All right. It's all in a bowl. Like, this is soup for the soul. All right. This is a blessing for the soul. All right. I don't know if this is like an offering. You know, in my readings, the energy behind your cards is really, really strong and saying you became the altar. Oh, it's something about an egg, y'all. I gotta go check. So go on my TikTok, right? And I heard that if you put an egg out for the crows, all right, the crows will become your best friend. So, and then maybe a resource to the earth. Where now the universe is giving back to you, but I went and put an egg out and it didn't take it, like it still was there. So maybe like whatever you've been offering, like even though you don't see it taken, like it's been accepted. All right. You might think you did a little thing, like a little prayer. All right. Because not everybody is into candy work. I'm always going to say that in my readings because I respect every one of y'all and how y'all choose to live. So you may have think if you don't deal with candles, if you don't deal with offerings and stuff like that, whatever you done like to connect with spirit, even if like you feed birds, like I'm not the only freaking person that feed birds. I'm not the only person that freaking leave food out for the animals, bro. A lot of people do that. I'm not the only person. Okay? So whatever you've been doing, you probably think is light whole time. It done birthed a blessing. Like you became the altar. Like you gave whatever you need. You know, we sacrifice through conceiving. We give up. We have to give up a lot of the things when we are pregnant. The same when it's getting your mind right. The same is when it's getting your money right. The same is when it's getting your physical vessel right. The same when it's getting your emotions right. We got to sacrifice. And it don't feel pretty. All right? We lose a lot of people because we're making the right choices and commitments. But it's not pretty. But guess what? When we birth that blessing, when that new venture comes into success, when we get that job that we've been working hard for, when we open up that business, all right, ain't nothing you could take once we see that, once that is accomplished. That's like a mother and her child. That's just like a father and his child. You see greatness. You see greatness. All right, so you became the altar. This with this Scorpio moon. I mean, yeah, this Scorpio new moon, you're being offered this blessing. It came through. You weren't tempted. All right, you didn't answer for sin. That is a big part before your blessings. You start getting tempted. So congratulations. All right, congratulations. Let's get more into your reading. Spirit, give me more on this energy. This is saying the blessing is here. Psychic. let me tell you, your abilities are heightening. Your intuitive abilities are heightening. All right. You might have been telepathically connecting, all right, with a soulmate. All right. There might be a soulmate that might have been getting readings on you, going to a psychic. All right. But you are fully connected with the divine right now. Your psychic abilities have heightened. All right. You know things before they happen. You know the truth before it's revealed. All right. You know what to do because you trust your nervous system now. All right. You've strengthened your discernment. You know how to make the right judgments. You trust yourself. Okay. So it's looking like there's a blessing for some of you guys. You're about to have a baby. This is the next chapter. All right. This is a new chapter with this Scorpio full moon. It's looking like you are about to create and add a soulmate energy. All right. It's looking like you are going to have a birth. Okay. This is family. And you intuitively know this. All right. You intuitively know this. All right. This is the next chapter. Look, and it's safe travels, baby. You safe. That's giving a Labor energy. All right. Any direction you go, it's a good one. There's no wrong way. And you safe. You safe. Okay, so Spirit, give me more on this blessing. This is the next chapter. All right. You have enough knowledge to fill this chapter with love. You have enough knowledge, all right, to hold this blessing. All right, to receive it. You in receiving mode. All right. Think about a woman that goes through a birth. Remember, every birth is not physical. When you start a new project, that's a birth. When you start a new job, that is a birth. Okay? Imagine when you just created something. It's like you have to rest. All right? You have to be spoiled, right? You have to be treated a different way. You just had birth. All right, so what does that mean for you? This week ahead, you will be treated as if a mother just gave birth. You will be filled with things that nourish your soul after this time of conceiving. All right, this is giving you leisure time. All right, this is giving you upgrades. This is giving you advancements. This is giving you promotions. These blessings is on a financial level, on an earth level, on a physical level, on a spiritual level, all 4 elements. All right. So think about that. That could give you a sense of the treatment that is on its way because you are in receiving mode. Spirit is saying you did a great job at pushing. You did a great job. All right. So, oh my gosh. Spirit, give me more on this energy. Spiritual cleansing. Oh my gosh, this is on a spiritual level. All right, you know, your body has to be a vessel that can hold a child, hold a blessing. We create from our womb, right? So if your body is filled with unclean spirits, if your body is tainted in any kind of way, if your mind is tainted, if your emotions are out of whack, you cannot hold a child on a physical level or on a spiritual level. You cannot conceive nothing if any one of those elements are out of pocket or out of alignment with one of the others. All right, so you literally had to go through a purifying of the mind, the body, and the soul to conceive here in the physical, to create here on the physical. All right, to be looking so abundant right now on the physical. All right, for God's favor to be on your life right now. All right, your mind, your spirit, and your emotions had to be in alignment. That means that you had to go through a purifying process. All right, it may have taken 50 days. All right, I'm hearing 40 days and 40 nights. All right, of just cleansing, of going through shadow work. That was not by accident. All right, that purifying, that cleansing has made you ready. Your body could sustain. That's like Empress energy. Your body could sustain everything that comes in. All right, it's gonna grow. But just like a mother conceiving, all right, if they want that baby to be healthy, They have to cleanse. They have to get their body right. For real, they got to eat the right things. They got to cut certain foods out. So that's just like with us in life. Your body went through a purifying process to hold this blessing. We receive a lot of blessings, y'all. But if we are out of alignment with our mind, our love for ourselves, our love for one another, our spirit, our connection to God, our thoughts, we're not going to be able to be home to that blessing. We either going to spend the money, if that the blessing is the money, somehow, some way. We either going to fumble something. Okay? So right now, you've become home to this child, whatever it is. All right? Look, you closed out a karmic path. That's what it is. Spirit, give me more on this blessing. You're able to hold it. All right? Spirit is able to work through you. Look, earth. All right? Spirit is able to make things solid. You're able to make things solid here on earth. It's like learning how to turn water into something solid, learning how to turn an idea into something profitable, learning how to turn a gift into something you can monetize on the right way, learning how to turn wisdom into being able to be a teacher, something solid. Okay? That's what an alchemist is about. Learning how to turn something liquid, your ideas, something you want to manifest, your feelings towards something, into something here on earth. That's why this energy right now, you're seeing, it's the Seven of Cups. Knowing what's real and what's not. A lot of people don't know how to balance out what's real and what's not. A lot of people don't know manifesting requires you to do work here in the physical. It's not all just, oh, if God wants me to have it, I'm going to have it. No, that's why a lot of people don't be having shit. You've mastered that. You've mastered knowing how to bring something from the unseen, an idea, passionate action, something, a spark, and you know how to manifest. You know how to, whether you got to learn, whether you got to communicate to other people, whether you got to fill out jobs, whether you got to invest in a couple of weeks of courses. That's how you make things solid here on earth. You do the work. Like, spirit already does the work when spirit gives you the idea. Okay? Literally, we don't think our own thoughts, we receive them. So if you are receiving ideas, if you are receiving inspired actions, that's from God. So God already gave you the idea. People really be sitting on an idea and not doing nothing with it and be like, oh, if it's God's will, then it will happen. If it's God's will, then if it's in God's will, it is in God's will. He gave you the idea, it is in God's will. All right? It's not in God's will for you to expect everybody to understand it. It's not in God's will for you to go tell everybody an idea and expect everybody to be rooting for you. A lot of people not even going to understand the idea. You might not even understand the idea at first. You have to put in the work however you're going to do it. Okay? So let's get some tarot. Spirit, give me a tarot on this birth. Ooh, a big Emperor energy, Aries energy. All right, this is Big Daddy. All right, and they are out of Hangman. I don't know if they was watching you. All right, I don't know if they was being enlightened. I don't know if they was going through a spiritual cleansing, but this is the masculine in that soulmate energy. That is a part of that blessing on a physical level. All right, the relationship has manifested on a physical level. All right, also for jobs, for promotions, expect to receive a promotion, expect to get into a meeting where the boss is acknowledging you, but somebody is out of Hangman. If you was waiting for an application or somebody to call you back and you know you had the job, all right, maybe they were busy, but they have the time and the attention. All right, they are out of Hangman. They already seen something from a different point of view. Okay, they know that this decision is prosperous. It's solid. Spirit, give me more on this blessing. Oh my gosh, the High Priestess. So there's a High Priestess and the Emperor coming together. All right, that is birthing a blessing. One is spiritual. So she is going to be able to get the intuitive downloads, right? She's able to see the vision. When they communicate, she's actually able to see what he's talking about. But she is closer to God, and meaning like she is the intuitive. She guards the veil, so she travels between both worlds easily. So she gets the download. She tells the masculine, and he makes the perfect decision on how to act here in the physical world. She's able to trust him because he trusts her with what she's telling him. It's like a system here. So there is an emperor and a high priestess coming together and a soulmate, and y'all gonna birth greatness. Oh my gosh, the sun. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys.